Welcome to New Harvest Farm here, Central Mozambique. It has been a long time since I've done one of these videos. I'm really happy to be back. We've been on a bit of a hiatus now for a number of months. So looking forward to getting some more videos out about what's happening here at the farm. So video number one, we are here in our, what do you call this, our first plot. So this is our first Syntropic Agroforestry test plot that we ever put in. Now this is about 2 months shy of 3 years. It's been almost a year since I've done one of these videos to show you what is happening in this area. And what I'm seeing already is that we're into this really interesting time period. In the first year, we had a lot of production because we had vegetables. We had tomatoes and corn and beans. We had, beets and a lot of different vegetables. We had black-eyed peas. We had sweet potatoes, we had cassava, we had a number of things that were producing, gave us some initial value right off the bat. In the second year, those things kind of came out because they were getting too shaded, but we had a lot of lentils, still had a lot of cassava, number of bananas, pineapple, so that was all producing really well. And now I see in between year 2 and year 3, we're having a bit of a gap, which is something that we're going to have to think about in future installations. Again, this is our first, so we're still learning a lot because we have some production in here that's coming. So we have citrus, we have jackfruit, we have mango, a number of those things, but they're not probably going to start giving for another year or so. The cassava is basically done. Lentils aren't growing in there anymore, it's too shady. So we failed to get something that would be continually producing through this second to third year. And what probably we should have done is focus a bit more on papaya. We only put a few in here because we didn't really have any seed at the time. And the one that grew the best is male, so that actually is not really helpful at all. So again, just trying to think about what can we keep in the system that's going to give us something between year 2 and 3 that's going to be continually, giving us something that we can use for either food, fodder, fuel, or to be able to sell. So I want to give you a real quick look at this. First thing you will notice is it seems pretty full, and that's because it is. Everything is pretty crowded right now. Now that is going to change because next week we are going to be doing a massive prune on this. It'll be our first drastic prune. We've done it over a year. Hopefully it'll look significantly different after that. We're excited to see what we can do with that prune because basically a lot of the biomass that we have in here, a lot of it comes down to these trees, which are actually, we'll call them biomass producing trees. So here we have a Senna, another big Senna tree here. It's going to give us a lot of beautiful biomass, but they're probably going to come out of the system or they're going to be greatly reduced because we want our production crops to be taking the forefront. We still have a few bananas, you can see here. But here we have Eureka Lemon. Here's our sad little male papaya tree that we were hoping to get something out of, but won't. Jackfruit tree tucked in here. This is native hardwood mahogany, which is growing up nicely, but again, it's getting shaded out by some of these other trees that need to be taken down to give it the space it needs to really grow. Now, we also have, you see, mulberry. They'll probably be reduced out of the system too. But underneath here, we have some beautiful little coffee that will obviously stay in the understory. Here in our interrows, this was vegetables at the beginning. Now we have some pineapple in here, which again has gotten a bit too shaded. We need to go in and clean this out. And what we need to do is give it a flush of light. Now, because I just returned, we are a bit behind on when we should do this drastic prune. I would have loved to have done it about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks even. But we'll do it, get everything back in its place. As you can see, things are really tightly packed in here. We have a lot of trees really close, between 1 foot and 2 feet apart. And some of these will come out, but a majority of them will actually stay yet, because they are trees from different strata. We have everything from, again, big native hardwood here, put in right next to, what do we have? This is a Gliricidia Sepium nitrogen fixer. We have it next to a mulberry, next to a coffee. This is a big old pod mahogany tree. That will be a future tree. But then again, next to jackfruit. Here we have, what do we have? another biomass producer. We have coffee down there, citrus. If we sneak through this interrow here, so this was our root crop row, but we also had coffee in here, and this coffee is looking really good. This will, surprised it doesn't have a few on right now, but this will definitely start producing next year. So again, that will be year 3 production on that. Looking really good, and actually now, because we have quite a bit of shade, we're going to take some more coffee and fill in this area, give us more coffee production. Here we have lychees, more jackfruit, mango, more mahoganies, and a lot of these biomass producers which are going to either come out of the system or be significantly reduced. So that's what it's looking like. It's a bit jungly here after a year of really no maintenance, but that is something we're going to take care of next week. That will be the next video, so be watching out for that. We'll do our first drastic prune, and this should look significantly different, and then I really think we'll be able to see for the first time what our hopes are for the Syntropic agriculture, Syntropic agroforestry area.